YouTube. What is up, man? It's your boy, I'm him, Giovanni. It's a little quick episode of my thoughts, my opinions. I'm not going to take too much of your time. If you haven't, please subscribe and hit that bell. And if you're on the fence of subscribing and hitting that bell, just check out my playlist and you go from there. I promise I won't disappoint. I hope everybody's having a good start of their week. Blessings to everybody and your families. And please take advantage of your blessed 24 hours that you were blessed yet again today with. You know what I'm saying? And use yours wisely and accordingly. Now, I just want to do a little, my thoughts, my opinions on this, powered by Smoking Politic with me, honorably refreshing for the world. What's been going on in, down south to our fellow Americans down there that are suffering, and meanwhile, the United States government, this year alone, has given Israel, $18 billion. And since I want to say, don't quote me on this, but like in the last 2 years, damn near over $50 billion to Ukraine. And, you would think what's going on in Asheville and all the way down wherever parts of the country that's affected by Hurricane Helene, that, the National Guards will be in full effect. You would think that would be going on, right? But, it's not. We're so quick to, do everything else for everybody else, but out here, for us, it's like, F us. Oh, you're American in America? Oh, yeah. It's just real weird out here, and it's disgusting, and it's nasty work.
I'm just going to share some things from people who are in the area and on the ground. So this woman said she got a message from her husband's friends saying that they pulled out over 1,000 bodies just in one day. And in their words, people are going feral because they don't have any food or water. And I've seen
1,000 bodies in one day. And who's pulling people out? The people. The people, meaning the people that live in that community. Not FEMA, not the National Guard, not Homeland Security, not the military. And this is no knock to the men and women that serve in those branches. You have nothing to do with this. You guys have to follow orders. I'm sure the majority of you guys are like, we need to be out there. This is not a knock to you men and women out there, and salute to y'all. But it's like, they're so right in your face with it. I wish that I was still dizzy. I wish that I was still oblivious to what's going on, what's being done to us by our own government. You know what I'm saying? Because I have enough to deal with in my life. And I generally care about what's going on with my fellow Americans, for one, and what's going on overseas, because that affects us and that affects my bloodline later on when I'm no longer here. You damn right I care. And on top of that, I generally care for my fellow human being within reason. If you're not a monster or undesirable, and we don't need to go in depth with that, but you know what I mean, then I love you, because that's just how I'm programmed. You know what I'm saying? This is disgusting. This is nasty work. But it all falls down to what? People got to just do the research. I was up from 6 in the morning. I didn't go to sleep till 6 in the morning because I was up all night doing all my research on this, and went down a rabbit hole. And I'm just like, they're so right in your face with it. They're sitting on lithium out there, and gas and oil. Oil and lithium, mainly lithium. They want the lithium for what? To make electric cars. They're already in bidding wars with them. Them people that are proud, and salute to them people that's been there from generations to generations all throughout those Smoky Mountains, that are sitting on gold, which is the lithium, that their families been there from the 1800s and 1900s and went through so much to establish themselves there and build a foundation there for what? For fast forward to now, so their ancestors to be right there. You think a lot of those people are proud, and they're not going to give up, or there's no price on their land. It's priceless to them. They wasn't warned at all, these people. They wasn't warned. People go to the mountains to escape hurricanes. Yeah, they got to deal with floods and mudslides here and there, but they're chilling. They're up high. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't warned for this. There was no warning for these people. And where's the help? Still, there's no help. You got FEMA down there now and scattered around like roaches here and there. But there's supposed to be a full court press with damn near all the branches, because I bet you if there was some riots going crazy, the National Guard would be there. Homeland Security would be there. The military would be there. But Americans are suffering from a natural disaster. And no one's doing anything. You know, you got Joseph out there on his beach house. Then you got the other woman over there that don't know what ethnicity she is. You know, she's out there in the West Coast lobbying and campaigning and getting funding for whatever the hell she's doing. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, there's people out there, there's little kids out there running around naked, screaming and asking for their parents.
Videos of people fighting over water because it's so limited. Again, you can find these all in my reposts. This is an update I got from my lineman friend in Asheville. Went up Old Fort Road where it connects to number 9. The whole area is gone. 100-foot ravine where houses used to sit. Kids walking around naked, asking where their parents are. People begging for water. Black Hawk helicopters from FEMA. I don't want to talk about the smell of dead. I'm in disbelief. This video is also in my repost. The caption says, when they say your town is unreachable, the town says, F it, we'll get it on our own. And the video shows a bunch of truckers coming in with supplies and gas. So if the truckers can make it, why isn't the National Guard there? Why isn't FEMA there? Why isn't the Red Cross there? These people, they're being failed. And yes, the National Guard and FEMA is in some areas, but they've left a lot of areas hanging, stranded. These people are running out of food, they're running out of water, they're dying. I also saw another video, it's in my recent repost, of a guy who was trying to get a rescue team in to go rescue people, and they were told to stand out and that they're not allowed to go rescue people. I don't know what's going on and why there's so much corruption when it comes to rescuing people. We have the most powerful military, most well-equipped military in the entire world. So I'm not sure why the military can't go do these major rescues. Like
let's run that back. Let this queen repeat herself again.
Much corruption when it comes to rescuing people. We have the most powerful military, most well-equipped military in the entire world, so I'm not sure why the military can't go do these major rescues. Like, why that should be, like, it's not the soldiers' fault, but obviously, but why aren't there teams trained for natural disasters on U.S. soil? Like, that should be a thing.
But it's not, because they want their land. And you know what's going to happen when it's all said and done, when the sun comes back up again, because the sun will shine again, you know? But when that happens, then here comes the federal government coming in and lowballing these people, hitting them when they're at their lowest, when they don't have nothing but that land right there. Their homes is gone, cars, everything, animals, everything, family members gone. And then they're going to hit them when they're at their lowest and most vulnerable state of their life. And then they're going to lowball them and give them a price, which is whatever they bought or purchased for that land, or their ancestors purchased for that land. You know, they're not gonna pay them for what that land is really worth. You get what I'm saying? This is all going according to plan. They have a quota to meet, people. By 2025, they want to start fucking manufacturing and production of electric cars out there in the mountains. And by 2030, they want to have them, you know, selling them. You know? Yeah, man, it's just been another episode of My Thoughts, My Opinions, powered by Smoke and Politic with me. Honorably refreshing for the world. This is just an all-out attack. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. If this don't get monetized, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't do this for the money anyways, because I'm not making no money off this shit. It's peanuts off this shit when I'm making pennies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm not even thinking about bread right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing this because I love doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I love speaking my truth, and I love speaking up for others when others won't or can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being myself, people. I'm giving you all of me. And I genuinely care for my fellow Americans down there. My fellow human beings that are going through that. That's disgusting. It's terrible. And this is another attack on Americans by the American government, bro. Just another attack, bro. It's so right in your face with it, bro. They're so right in your face with it. You know, prayers go out to everybody out there, man. People that lost their lives, and it's just disgusting, man. And I wish I could do something. I wish that I was in a position of mass wealth and power with some political ties, because I will be doing what I could. I will be doing my part. And shout out to Elon Musk. Elon Musk is one man. One man. How is one man doing more than the United States government, than the federal government? How is one man doing more for them people? He made sure he put satellites, because he owns the majority of the satellites in space. He made sure there was satellites over Asheville so people could contact their loved ones so they could have Wi-Fi. You think the federal government was doing that? That should have been the first thing they did when communication was cut off. They didn't do that. Like they're not covering the real shit. How is TikTok, a Chinese brand, a Chinese made owned entity, right? Company, allowing people to do this? Because you know the Chinese, even though whatever they could be, that government, not the Chinese people, the government, it could be whatever, but at least they're like the Russian government, right? They like to show Americans that are still dizzy and asleep and thinking our government really cares for us. They like to show us the truth, like here. You know what I mean? I'm surprised this is not banned on YouTube. That's crazy to me. I'm surprised we're allowed to see this on YouTube. This is sad, and this is nasty work. You know, and you are delusional to think that this does not affect you because you're nowhere near this. And you are delusional to think what's going on in the Middle East and what's going on in Europe doesn't affect you or affect us. You're delusional, and you need help if you think we're immune to all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I'm not worried about no outside of interference of people, you know, invading or attacking. What I'm worried about is internal. When this shit falls apart, hopefully it don't, but if it does, because it's looking like it is, we're gonna rip each other apart for what? For the basic necessities like water, toilet paper, food. They've been showing us in movies since I could remember. Pay attention, people, man. And so many people are not paying attention because what they throw in front of us. First and foremost, inflation. Rent, sky high. Mortgage is sky high. Food, everything sky high. So people their prime concern is how they're going to feed and make their ends meet at the end of the month for their family. They're not worried about what's going on in Asheville or what's going on out there in the Middle East or in Europe. Not to say that they don't care, but they're not paying attention because they're so consumed of, you know, and as they should, how they're going to feed and keep a roof over their family's heads. How they're going to make their car note. How they're going to pay their medical bills. You know what I'm saying? It's all going according to plan. But then I'm going to get called a conspiracy theorist, and then I'm crazy and I'm whacked out. You know what I mean? And like I said, you got Joseph in his beach house. You got this dizzy one that don't know what she is, ethnicity-wise that is. And then they're out. She's out there partying and getting contributions and all that stuff while these people are dead. This is Katrina all over again. This is Katrina all over again. Make sure you love yourself, people, so that way you can love others accordingly, and that way you don't let nobody play with you, because life is short and we don't get to respond when this is over. And make sure you separate yourself from those that don't deserve your energy, and that includes family. If you have to, love them from afar. I can't stress that enough, man. Whatever you can, try to donate whatever you can, man, and make sure you're donating to the right stuff. You know what I mean? Do your due diligence. Do not donate nothing to FEMA. I'm telling you now. Yes, boycott FEMA. Please. I'm just trying to tell you. Blessings.
It all, if you really think about it, man, it always really been divided, especially when it come to us. You know, I'm just gonna speak the truth, you know what I mean? So and then we don't help.
That's all I want you to do on here, is speak your truth.
Exactly, bro. Smoking and politicking with Giovanni, boy. Yeah.